What's up, chat? It's your boy Sugar again, and I'm back with another video. If you tuned in right now, hit the like button, subscribe. We dropping 100 videos, and we on the way to 1,000 subscribers. And I really appreciate everybody that's tuned in with me right now, and that's watching and hitting the like every time, dropping comments, questions, anything. I really appreciate it. I've been getting a few emails asking about my driver code. I don't know if I get any benefits from the driver code or anything like that, but I'm gonna just give y'all my driver code. And I don't know, I reached out to my manager to see if it I'm not a trainer or anything like that. I'm more so giving y'all information to help out the next driver. So I don't know if my driver code just benefits me or not, like just giving it to y'all or not. But until I find out more information on that, I will just give y'all the driver code, and if it work as referral or anything like that, I'll maybe update y'all. But just for right now, my driver code is CRRIS. So Chris with 2 R's. I hope that I hope it helps me eventually. If not, it don't really matter. I'm just doing these videos to help out the next driver. I'm not really expecting nothing in return. It is what it is. I know when I started, I couldn't find a lot of information. So I'm trying to give information to the next driver. Today's video, we're going to talk about the trip plan. A lot of people have been asking about the trip plan, so I said, why not? Let's talk about it. I'm a company driver for Stevens, and when you first come or whatever, when you go through school, refresher course, anything, you will have a sheet that says trip plan. So they're going to teach you how to fill this out in school, refresher course, whatever. So I really don't trip too hard. It's not complicated. It's not really, super crazy, nothing like that. They're going to teach you this stuff in the school, in the refresher course. And then when you get in the truck, you're going to start submitting this stuff on the tablet. So when I was training, I had, they're going to give you a map. So I had a map. I was able to look off the highways. And also my trainer, he had a book that was full of like the pilots and stuff like that in the, well, what I said, he had a book that was full of the pilots and stuff along the highways. So I actually wanted to do y'all an example, so I kind of did an example. To keep it simple, I'm about to tell y'all the example of 500 miles. And this is going to be a picture that I'm going to take, and I'm going to put it on a thumbnail. So if you can probably, I don't know if you can take a screenshot of the thumbnail or anything like that. But basically, you will fill out the sheet. You will fill it out. I did it for basically 2 days. This load is a 500-mile load. So on your route, you're going to write down every highway you're going to, go along on your way to this, on this load. You're always going to have a start, and you're going to have a finish. So this is going to be August 8th all the way to August 11th. So August 8th, I departed from the yard at 5:55. So I started my pre-trip at 5:50. But on this paper, I will put I departed from basically the yard, Dallas, at 5:55. I arrived at my shipper at 6:30. The shipper was like 20 minutes away from me, but I left a little early so to make sure I get there on time. So you'll put Dallas, Texas, pickup, or whatever term you want to use to say you at the shipper. You can put shipper if you want to. My appointment time for that was at 7 o'clock, but I got there at 6:30. So your depart time normally is 2 hours after you get there. Some companies don't let you, start getting loaded at 6:30 because you come early and stuff like that. So I would do from 7 to 9, since that's what my appointment was. My depart time is 9 o'clock from Dallas, Texas. Then you gotta my next stop, I will go to a scale, my nearest scale. My nearest scale lives 15 minutes away. So I put, after my departure, arrive Dallas, Texas, because I just kept it simple. If you was in a different city and stuff like that, you can always change it up. But to keep it simple, I put Dallas, Texas, scale because you always got to put what you're doing at 9:30, and my depart time is at 9:45. The scale might take you 5-10 minutes, whatever time you think is going to take you. For me, on this example purposes, I put 9:45. After that, I departed at 9:45. I was headed to basically my fuel stop, my op stop. You normally have an op stop on most of your trips, so you gotta put that in your trip planning. My op stop is like 4-5 hours away, so let me see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so like 4-5 hours away. My arrival time at my op stop is 14:30 in Anna, Texas. So whatever I'm doing on there, I will put brake and fuel. You can do a 2-for-1 on your trip planning, because in real life you're probably gonna do a 2-for-1. Everybody don't fuel and take a break, or some people, like, it's best, I say, get it out the way right there. My depart time from Anna, Texas is 1500. Then where I plan on stopping at is basically like an hour or two away. I think it's like an hour 15 away. So my arrival time for my last stop is at 1700 for today, and I will basically do my 10-hour from there, my post trip, and 10-hour from there. You gotta basically do the math for 11 hours or 10 hours and like 35 minutes, however long you think it's gonna take you to do pre-trip. So that's 8-10. You get a total of 11 hours to drive. Most people should drive like 8-9 hours, every day. So when it's time to do recaps and stuff like that, you'll never run out of your 70. Okay, so I'm basically, when I got to my final on August 10th, I basically was, I'll say, 30 miles away from my final stop. Wherever I got to deliver to, I'm 30 miles away. So when you 50 miles within a shipper, you're getting paid for that after 10 hours. So if I made it there at 1700, I did my post trip. I'm gonna say I ended post trip, I was in my sleeper at like 1740. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 1, 2, 3. So everything after like 340, you should be getting paid by the hour. And my delivery is not until 2 o'clock, August 11th. So my depart time is from Henry, Texas. That was my final from August 10th, last night. My depart time from there is at 1 o'clock. You probably gonna start your pre-trip at like maybe 12:55 or something like that. But your depart time is from there is 1 o'clock. And my arrival time is in Arkin, Texas at 13:30, which is 1:30, and you will put your final. That's as simple as I can give it to y'all. I kept it simple. These cities and stuff gonna change, but just remember, you're gonna have a pickup, a scale, a brake and fuel stop, and then a 10-hour, and then a final to end off most of the trip plans. And you gotta write down the highways and stuff you go on. When I was with my trainer, because when you come to Stevens, they should give you a map, and your trainer gonna have some type of helpful tool to help you along with your trip plan. I don't know how everybody trainer is, but I had one trainer, he pretty much I had a map, and he had a book with all the different cities and states, and they had the highways they had the pilots along the highways, or any loves or whatever gas station you plan on stopping. So he taught me how to do it that way, more so with the book, if you ain't got no technology and stuff like that. So in training, you're gonna be doing trip planning. Then when you by yourself for like 30 to 60 days, you're gonna be doing trip planning, just to make sure you really understand it. And then after that, on your own, you should know how to do it. It's not, you ain't gonna have to submit no trip plan and stuff on the tablet. It's not gonna be rocket science. The way I do it, really, it's an app called Trucker Path, and on that app, it actually has the trip plan for you. You just got to fill in the arrival and depart time and stuff like that, but it'll help you, and it'll show you the gas stations and stuff along the way. So on my trips, what I do, I fill in my whole route, because on the op stops, you know, you gotta fill it in along your route. So I do my trip plan on the app, and I will see, and then I will look in between wherever I plan on stopping and stuff like that. I'll just throw it in my GPS. So ahead of time, I'm able to see, like, okay, I plan on stopping here along this highway and stuff like that. So it's not hard at all. Only thing I'll say about Trucker Path is right away, I don't know how much it costs to just get it, because right away I didn't have it, but it is an app where you're going to pay for it. And right away I wouldn't say, you know, just pay for it. I think for me, I think it's just like $30. I don't think that's much, because I cancel subscriptions, stuff like that I use. So that is a subscription I do use now that I cancel like certain movies and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just what I do now. I use Trucker Path. It's helpful and stuff like that. And Steven's not gonna want you to, you know, use no Trucker Path or whatever, or at least say you use a Trucker Path. You just need to learn how to do it, you know, the map way. Just because if anything happened, you know, you need to learn how to maneuver around here. Yeah, it's just, you know, simple. Training, first 30 to 60 days by yourself. I'll say the first 3-4 months is the hardest period of being probably at Stevens, and after that, if you can get past that part, you'll be good. Hey, it's the end of this video. I really hope this video help out somebody. Anybody that had questions about the trip plan, thank y'all for tuning in with your boy. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, or anything, drop them down below. My emails, you know, it should be somewhere on my profile. I'll drop my driver code maybe in the description or something. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Suge again. I'm out.